You're about to learn an essential strengthening practice to help you cure your sciatica pain coming up next. Most people who have sciatica have one hip that sits higher than the other. They might have been diagnosed with a leg length inequality, or their pelvis is unlevel or off, or one side is higher. Very common. And when that happens, as I've said in some other videos, that one side of the spine is kind of fanned open. So if the right hip is sitting high, the right side of the spine is kind of squashed in the lumbar area, and the left side fans open, and that can cause a herniated disc. It's the main cause of a herniated disc. Now, something I've also said is that that's like having a functional scoliosis. Functional meaning it's caused by function, by the way that you use your body, and not a true scoliotic curve. It means that the lumbar spine is curving short on one side and long, pulled long on the other side. An interesting study was done by a doctor in New York City. His name is Dr. Loren Fishman. And he took people with a scoliotic curve in the lumbar spine, just as we're talking about, short and squashed on one side, fanned open on the other. And he gave them, he's also a yoga practitioner, so he gave them one yoga pose to do, a few times a week for up to a minute. And then after several weeks of doing that, he retested their curve and found upwards of 37% change in curvature of the spine. And with some of the adolescents and younger participants, 80, 90, 95% change in curvature, basically healing that misalignment of the spine, which allows the high hip side to drop down, helps to tuck that vertebra and tuck that disc back in, and healing herniated disc. This pose is called side plank. What it does is you only do it on one side. You only do it on the low hip side, the side that's fanned open, the side that the disc is herniated toward. What you're wanting to do is strengthen the quadratus lumborum in the low back to close that fan up and rebalance the spine. I have done this practice myself, and I can tell you that it is miraculous. And I always tell my clients who have one hip higher than the other, a leg length inequality, do this pose a few times a week for about 30 seconds to a minute each time, and watch the magic happen. Feel that magical change in your body. It is transformational. So we're gonna add in a video of side plank strengthening the quadratus lumborum. Remember, you're only gonna do it on the low hip side, because that high hip side is already, that quadratus lumborum is already pulled real tight and short. We want to open that side and lift the other one. And you're going to do it with side plank. Here's that video. Hey friends, popping in here real quick to let you know that Sunday, September 25th, 2022, 4:00 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be live right here on the YouTube channel. I want to answer your questions. So write some things down. If you have concerns, if you have questions, join me live here on the YouTube channel Sunday, September 25th, 2022 at 4 p.m. I'll see you there. So here it is, simple side plank to strengthen the quadratus lumborum on the low hip side. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to strengthen the left side. So let's say my right hip sits high chronically, my left hip sits low chronically. I'm only going to do this practice on the left hip side to lift and pull that left hip up to meet the right one. So when I want to strengthen the left side is down. Get on your side. You can stack your knees. Super simple way to do it. Let the arm be forward. Don't collapse into that shoulder. Push down into the arm. Lengthen through your whole spine. Lengthen through the whole spine. And then when you're ready, just push the pelvis up toward the sky. Push it up, push it up, push it up. Keep pushing. We're going to do it for about 30 seconds, and you can build up to 1 minute. Pushing it, pushing up to the sky, strengthening. I can feel that in my left side, Quadratus Lumborum. Push, 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 push. Keep breathing, strengthening the one that's closer to the floor. So left side QL strengthening. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then lower. So if your right hip is low, you would just do the right side. So side plank, strengthening, building strength in Quadratus Lumborum to level the pelvis. Super simple, 30 seconds to a minute, 3 times a week. Do it, check out the magic.